All right, another back day. I think last video I uploaded was a back day. And your weights will probably be somewhere around the same. We'll see, maybe we'll try throwing a little more. I think that chest supported row. So we feel on that. Maybe we'll get a little ballsy and put another, we'll do like, see if we another 10 pounds on there. But last couple days, the last couple of back days doing that, definitely still felt heavy. But that one will definitely be included. That's a fun one. But a couple days ago, we went down to, tried out at a different gym too. I think the Iron Physique. That was pretty fun. Had to try out some different equipment. Some pretty big guys there. That's kind of nuts. A little different. You get out a little small town local stuff and see some real size. Kind of fun to a Chuck the Olympia or something someday too. See how big those guys actually are in person when you're looking at them. I don't think I'm not sure if I've ever seen somebody that's actually, I haven't been to one of the venues or the shows to actually see just how big those guys actually are and how impressive that is. But overall, weight's still going the right direction. Kind of feeling like it stalled out there for a little bit, but 194, I think 3 or something this morning, so still creeping the right way. Don't feel overly fat, certainly feel a little softer, but especially in my belly area. But I think you're fill up with food a little more, got some more extended, can't suck it in quite as much. Kind of belly sticks out a little bit, sweating, getting your t-shirt wet, right in your belly because it pulls up. Yeah, your belly, your sweat pulls up just above your belly because your belly sticks out a little bit. Feels like you get a little beer belly going on. Oh, man. But we're up north, so we got some of the smoke's not too bad today. Last week, that stuff was it was like low visibility, like it was like a dense fog almost. Not quite as bad as like a really dense fog, but maybe a half mile of visibility at some points. But that was interesting. I think I said that was like smoking like a pack of cigarettes or 30 cigarettes in a day or something to the equivalent. So certainly want to be outside in that. I just want to do the healthy thing and go to the casino with the filtered air and smoke maybe 10 cigarettes in there and then be even healthier than being outside. I think I saw that on TikTok from somebody. That was a pretty good one. Maybe at some point here we'll get Lauren doing some exercises and track her progress. See how much her weight starts going up.
No.
Or weight you're moving. What? You want to see your weights going up? How much stronger you're getting? I don't know. Start out with some seated rows again today. It's probably my favorite thing to start with. Get everything kind of warmed up. Start out kind of lighter and then work your way up. Start getting a good pump. Start with those. And then probably chest supported rows or pulling with, I'm not sure what the machine is, but like single arm pulling. And get some back and lat involved with that one. I like doing that with single arm. I like all the stuff with that. You can start doing more isolated in one arm, so you don't feel like you're building up one bicep or one arm more than the other. But I guess maybe depending on how much time we got today, maybe we'll throw a little bit of arms in. How energetic we're feeling, but I'm gonna save some energy for doing legs tomorrow, and then chest on whatever, 2 days away. And then at some point too here, got the room painted, got some sound panels on the walls. So I'm trying to do like a just normal video talking and camera in front of me talking with. I was thinking maybe like a little bit of like a kind of transformation video plus with my methodology for getting bigger and things that go into it. Maybe like we gotta sleep, right? You need sleep, stimulus, So you got to be sleeping, working out, eating food, and then things start to come together there. So, and there's consistency overall. But everybody has different priorities in life too, so you can't always just prioritize strictly the gym. It's kind of a balance of you can have fun and still not be, stepping on the Olympia stage, but you can go for different goals. Just moving some weight around. You see some of the guys like, I think it's Alex Eubank talking about. I didn't watch the video, but I think he was talking about doing something with more overall fitness focused things, kind of like Chris Bumstead, with him trying to not necessarily just put size on, but also try to be more overall athletic instead of just only muscle. So I think that probably gives you a better quality of life too, as if you're not doing strictly bodybuilding stuff, you're gonna be able to move, be strong, plus active, so all that, keeping a good balance. But probably hard to try to run marathons and put on muscle at the same time. So there's also can't be on both extremes. But there's a balance there, I suppose. I know what you're trying to do, but different for everybody. Even vacations, you want to be able to go on vacations, go on some cruises, especially if you're up north in the cold, snowy winters. It's nice to get out of the negative 20 degree days where you're snow blowing and outside in the snow and go sit on a beach somewhere and get some sunburn. So far today for food, all I've had is oatmeal and a Masticator shake. There's probably, I'll only do 3 scoops of that one, which kind of break the scale back out, but generally that's about 700 calories, 700 to 800. The amount I put in for that one. And only a cup of oatmeal, so nothing crazy. But I did put some brown sugar in there, so that's those small healthy calories.
The rolled oats, the one I bought.
Yeah, however, this is a Quaker. I didn't even look at what it was.
Oh, that's not the one I bought.
Yeah, at some point here, but I need to do some research on posing so I can get better practice in. Just trying to pose my back is probably the hardest thing because you can't necessarily see what's going on. That's the trickiest one, I think, just because of that, just for that reason. And trying to flare your lats out or flex, different muscles in your back, you're going to move your shoulder blades around differently and give you different, whether it's a width or thickness, I guess. So there's some manipulation there to be done. So I need to figure that out because I do not have that down. Or my hamstrings, like down to the 1 foot back, 2 arms up, kind of trying to pulse your back. That's a tricky one. There's also some even with this camera too, trying to deal with your different exposure settings. That's a whole learning curve too. I've had to watch tons of videos on that, and I still don't have it down. Like last time I tried to do some recording with it, I just had it on auto, and then it's like changing the exposure all over the place based on whether it's going to focus out the window or how bright it is. So like this, I have it set in the manual. Everything's just at a set point. And I think right now it looks like we're getting pretty bright. So that ends up turning on. But, all right, let's get in here and do some lifting. But yeah, another successful back day. Threw another 10-pound plate on the rows. Played around with some heavier weights on lat pull downs. That was pretty cool. But that boy, I must look kind of, felt a little sloppier, but overall it's pretty good. Messed around some more posing. See how that turns out here. Trying to edit that up, but I think overall everything's getting better. You know, continuous improvement, just a little bit at a time. The sleep the past couple weeks here has been improved, so feeling better. I was pretty tired yesterday, but today feeling pretty good. So hopefully this can continue on. Some excellent sleep, diet going good. Another little, Laura and I were talking too in the gym a little bit about. I guess their clavicular was doing a. I don't know, must have been some type of modeling thing over in, I think it was France. There's the reaction video of some guys showing it, but his you know, bringing someone else down and bring himself up a little bit. It's kind of interesting how some people seem to do that. He's like, you know, good-looking guy. He's around other good-looking guys that are trying, you know, fans of his. It seemed like they wanted to take pictures with them, and then, you know, they walk away. He's like, oh, he's trying to mog me or something along those, to that extent. It's like, no, I think they're just excited to take a picture with you. But kind of that demeanor or that outlook you can have, there's a difference there. You can either go into it and be like, oh, these guys, it's a competition of some sort, or just, oh, look at this, I'm around a bunch of models right now, this is pretty cool. You know, it's not like your typical day walking around a Walmart or something, you know, of just, you know, average people. You know, you're actually around a collection of, obviously, you know, more top tier, you know, looks maxing type of people that he seems to, you know, what his goal is, right, for the modeling thing, all that kind of stuff. So you could definitely be around other people, have a different mindset on that instead of trying to tear them down. You kind of see that in the bodybuilding space or exercise space in general. It's, oh, you got to be 200 pounds, or you got to be, you know, 260 lean or 300 lean, or, oh, that, you know, you got to, you know, have mass to move mass, which everybody has different strengths in general. So it's like, obviously somebody that has a smaller stature, like myself being leaner, it's like, for me to go be a power lifter would be, well, it's not impossible. You can do powerlifting, but I would never be on the top. I'd never be one of the best. That would not be one of my strengths, would be powerlifting. That's just not gonna, sure, I might be able to put some weight on, but it'd be much harder for me to do that than essentially have a leaner, the more aesthetic physique. But just playing your strengths a little bit, you know, it's not like you have to try to, just because you have, you know, say a more powerlifting physique, or you can lift a lot of weight because you carry on a little excess body fat, or you're bigger, that's a strength, right? Like, that's pretty cool to be able to move a ton of weight. It doesn't mean that you have to be like, oh, well, this is the only way and the best way. It's like, well, just because you have that doesn't mean it necessarily is the best thing. Just, you know, it's great. You can, you know, feel like that's, you can make it work for you, but because it is a strength. But you don't have to necessarily tear somebody else down just because they aren't like you. Or if you drive a, I don't know, you drive a Honda Civic versus what would be like a Civic versus a Camry. You're like, oh, the Civic is the best car ever. Well, is that because you have the Civic, or is that because you actually think it's, you know, did you buy the Civic first and then decide that it's the best car ever? So unless somebody's been, I guess, to both extremes, hard to say which one is necessarily better. And also whichever you can naturally hold without the, you know, crazy amount of effort is also going to be the best for that person. No reason to try to fight it too much. I mean, just playing your strengths. And I guess also don't tear other people down just because they don't have the same exact physique as yourself, or any other type of strength in life, I guess. Anyways, probably legs. Not sure if probably should do a leg day again. Maybe do some other film another leg day. Maybe
Who's gonna
event.
film you?
You.
I'm not going tomorrow.
Yeah. Maybe someday I'll have the confidence to throw a tripod up, but that day is not tomorrow. Especially like if you're, I can't imagine trying to talk or do some other things like that in the gym at the same time. I mean, just talking, driving is difficult enough, or the whole aspect. I mean, it's just certainly, it's challenging. It's not necessarily just easy. It gives you a different type of respect for, you know, people that do it all the time, like Greg Doucette cranking all his videos out all the time. Granted, your reaction videos are probably a little easier because you're reacting to somebody else's content, but to say that it's easy is not correct either, right? So you have to have some type of
Narcissism.
you have to have some type of valid, you know, base to stand on. You have to have like a strong opinion. You have to have like I guess the education to kind of back it up a little bit, like some experience. Like for me to go on, like, create a channel talking about, I don't know, ships. You know, like here's like the history of ships or something, or like ship design or something along those lines. I don't know nothing about that. Like,
We're not talking about the eating kind of chips either.
yeah, ships.
Chips.
Yeah, ships. We were talking about the way ships are designed, and the stern and starboard and
SHIPs.
yeah. So I don't know. I don't have any experience in that kind of stuff. So yes, you obviously have to have some type of experience and, you know, something that's a little bit of education to back yourself up talking about things. But I think that makes it maybe a little easier to create content if you're able to always have something to talk about, because that's kind of the hard part too, is like how to keep it interesting. Overall, this will be kind of fun to look back on, even through it. I mean, from the videos I have posted, and I have even more that I guess I have posted, just testing different setups to try to do this. Because I think you mentioned we're going to try to do some more, even like travel, when we travel or do something like that. Maybe I do some travel vlog stuff, or just as life goes on. All right, so remember, I'm getting some editing done here. The camera shut off in the truck for the last little wrap up. Overheated, I think, sitting up in the dash, 90 degrees here, I think, today. So she got a little hot, as I was just talking about some of the challenges that come with, you know, we're trying to record yourself, edit, do all this stuff. It's, you know, not as easy as, you know, as I previously thought. I thought, oh, you know, just throw a camera up, good to go. Whether you're leaving settings on auto, trying to do it manually. I tried different manual settings throughout the day. I even recorded the workouts on my phone, and then posing and stuff in the truck with some Sony camera. So it's been interesting. And then my computer itself too, with editing the files. I did buy some external hard drives and things, so try to make it easier. But big files takes a long time to transfer, and then trying to get it to move smoothly inside the editing software has been a challenge. But anyways, made this far. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it keeps on getting better with time. And then also at the end here, I have another video to throw in, which was from the other weekend here of Spring Creek Pro Motocross National. Lauren and I went down, checked that out. So that was pretty cool. Had the camera with mess around a little bit, and I took a video of the 250 Moto 1 start, and they had a pretty good crash in the first corner and on the first straightaway there. So get to watch a little bit of that from a unique angle, which, you know, I took it, so it's one of one. It's special. Anyways, have a good day.